For 5 years, Maya Johnson walked through the same glass doors every morning. The building was called Bright Steps Learning Center, a place designed to help young children with disabilities learn, grow, and feel safe. Maya loved the children. That was the reason she stayed. Because everything else about that place made her want to leave. The problem wasn't the job. The problem was the director. Her name was Janice Carter, but everyone simply called her JJ. Ruled the building like it was her personal kingdom. Emails from teachers asking for basic classroom supplies would go unanswered for weeks. Programs that were legally required to support the children simply didn't exist. When teachers raised concerns, Jay had a way of shutting them down instantly. Her favorite line was simple: "I pay you. You do what I want." Maya had heard those words more times than she could count, but sometimes it got worse. One afternoon, a tablet used by a nonverbal student suddenly stopped working. Instead of checking the device, Jay stormed straight into Maya's classroom. "You broke it," she snapped. Maya looked confused. "I didn't even touch it." Jay crossed her arms. "Doesn't matter. You're responsible." Another time, Jay asked Maya to change official student records to make the center look better during an inspection. Maya stared at her. "That's illegal," she said carefully. Jay laughed. "If you don't like it," she said, "go work at Walmart." Fell silent. Everyone in the office had heard that line before. It was Jay's way of reminding people they were replaceable. But the moment that really stayed with Maya happened one afternoon when a teacher reported serious concerns about a child who might be experiencing abuse at home. Maya brought the concern to Jay immediately. Jay leaned back in her chair and laughed. "You worry too much," she said. Then she waved her hand dismissively. "Be your own problem solver." Many times Maya watched co-workers walk out of Jay's office with tears in their eyes. Sometimes it happened every week. But the children still needed someone who cared. So Maya stayed. Until the day she couldn't anymore. One evening, Maya sat in her car outside the building long after everyone had gone home. The parking lot was quiet. Her hands rested on the steering wheel. Inside that building, she had just finished another meeting where Jay mocked her for speaking up. "That's why you're not the boss," Jay had said with a smile. And in that moment, something inside Maya finally broke. She loved the children. But she couldn't keep working for someone who treated people like they were disposable. The next morning, Maya submitted her resignation. Her final day arrived faster than she expected. And something surprising happened. When Maya walked into the break room, balloons were hanging from the ceiling. Her co-workers had organized a small farewell party. There were cupcakes, photos from the past 5 years played on a laptop, pictures of Maya helping children paint, reading stories, tying tiny shoelaces. One of the teachers hugged her tightly. "You were the best thing about this place," she whispered. Then someone handed Maya a card. Everyone had signed it. She slowly opened it. Messages filled the page. "Thank you for standing up for us. You made this place better. Don't ever change." But near the bottom of the card was one final message written in neat, cold handwriting. Maya instantly recognized it. It was from Jay. The message read, "Not everyone is cut out for this level of responsibility. Good luck." Jay Maya stared at the words for a moment. Sen. Then she quietly closed the card. She didn't argue. She didn't respond. She simply walked out of Bright Steps for the last time. A year passed. Maya found a new job at a different school district, one that actually respected its teachers and cared about its students. For the first time in years, she felt happy going to work. One evening, she was scrolling through social media when a post stopped her. A former co-worker had shared a news article. The headline read, "Local Education Director Arrested for DWI." Below the headline was a mugshot. Maya blinked. There was no mistaking that face. It was Jay. For a moment, Maya just stared at the screen. Then she slowly leaned back in her chair. She remembered the card, the words Jay had written. And suddenly, an idea crossed her mind. Zet. The next morning, Maya walked into a small stationery shop. She picked up a simple greeting card. On the front it said only 2 words, "Thinking of you." That evening, she sat at her kitchen table with a pen. For a moment, she thought about what to write. Then she carefully wrote inside the card, "So sorry to hear about your arrest." She paused. then added one more sentence. Not everyone is cut out for this level of responsibility. At the bottom, she wrote 2 final words. Good luck. Maya sealed the envelope, dropped it into the mailbox, and walked away smiling. Because sometimes, justice doesn't come from revenge. Sometimes it comes from simply letting people face the consequences of their own behavior. For 5 years, Jay believed she could treat people however she wanted. But eventually, life has a way of handing people a mirror. And when it does, the reflection can be impossible to ignore. Sometimes justice doesn't come from revenge. Sometimes it comes from simply letting people face the consequences of their own behavior. For 5 years, Jay believed she could treat people however she wanted. But eventually, life has a way of handing people a mirror. And when it does,